Now boarding Solo Flight with Nicole Anderson. Hey guys, welcome back to the pod. Today we are back with another solo episode, and this time I really want to try to keep it a little bit light and fun and airy, and then we can go back to answering some more, heavier questions in the next few episodes. But for this one, I am feeling very empowered and excited about the last few events that I've been to, and I just kind of want to share that energy with you guys, especially as we start off a fresh new week with this Monday episode. Before we get into that, I want to do a little bit of a recap of the past week that I had. I am pretty happy about how I celebrated my birthday. I loved all of the ideas that you guys sent over. I'm still hoping that I can accomplish one more thing, but this time I can't put a label of a birthday celebration on it anymore because it's pretty much done. But I still kind of want to do this one activity with my friends. So I'm going to pitch it to the group chat and send out some feelers and see how people are feeling. And then maybe we can just all get together and do it just for the sake of doing it. I find that nowadays, if you guys have a lot of friends who are in different stages of their lives, it takes a little bit more of an effort to be able to see each other and to be able to hang out. And that's normal and that's part of life. And I don't want to take it against anyone because I also have crazy busy weeks and months too. And I wouldn't want my friends to take it out or to hold that grudge against me. So I think it just requires a little bit more of an effort. So I'm going to send it out there and throw the ball in their court and see if we get a rally back. And if we do, I'll report back to you guys and let you know. That being said, I want to know in the comment section what group activities do you like doing with your friends now? I'm seeing a lot of people are posting online. A lot of people are posting or getting into tennis and some racket sports like pickleball and paddle. What other activities are you guys looking forward to and are excited about trying with your friends? Let me know because, I don't know, your girl is feeling very adventurous in this season of her life. Adventurous? What does that even mean? Okay, I don't want to pretend. Okay, I don't think that's the word, all right? I'm not adventurous in the sense that like I'm going to go hike a mountain, right? Or I probably won't go camping anytime soon, but adventurous in the sense that, she is in her yes era. She is in her let's just do it for the plot. So if you guys are in that era with me, or if you want to be in that era with me, guys, let's do this together. I feel like it's more exciting when you know that other people are in that energy and in that vibe with you. So I am right there with you. And if you are not there yet, girl, come join me. It is so fun on this side. And maybe next week I'll change my mind. But right now, this is what I'm feeling. And I'm hoping that maybe it'll get you guys in the mood and in the spirit of perhaps trying a new activity this week too. Moving on, I just got back from my Japan trip. I just came back from Nagoya, and there was so much that happened on that trip. And I'm still contemplating on whether or not I want to talk about it because I just feel like, I don't know, I already share so much about my life on the internet, and I just feel like it was emotionally a little bit taxing for me. So I'm going to take some time to process everything that happened. And then when I'm ready to talk about it, as I usually do, then I'll share it with you guys. But that being said, I also just want to, again, remind you guys, I say this a lot, but I think it's always a good reminder that not everything you see on Instagram is the entire picture. And I think that holds true for a lot of people, myself included. If you look at someone's Instagram, it's probably a snippet of their day. And as people regularly say on here, Instagram and people's social media accounts is their highlight reel. So, of course, not a lot of people are going to be posting about their personal struggles. And I just want to remind you guys that if you are scrolling right now and you guys are seeing people going on trips and having families and posting about their relationships or whatever it is you're seeing that might be triggering you, I want to remind you that you're only seeing 10%. I don't know what the math is, but you're only seeing a small percentage of that person's life. Now, that's not to say or to discredit the accomplishments and the great things they have going on. I think that's great, and I love that for people, but I just don't want you guys to be holding on to that and comparing your picture or what you think your life should be looking like at this point in your life. And I just don't want it to have a negative effect on you. So that being said, I'm going to talk to you about some not so glamorous things that have gone down this week or perhaps didn't go my way. And actually, I was in the car with Camille this week and we were riding to an event, and we were just talking about our lives, catching up and telling each other about the things we have going on. And she had shared with me that she had accidentally done something where perhaps in the past, if that situation had happened to her, I don't know if I should share it because it's not my story to tell, but she accidentally did something that in the past would have probably ruined her day and really really upset her. And I said, "Okay, well, but how did you handle it now that that happened to you, because that is a very frustrating situation?" And she goes, "Hi, ganun na lang. Ganun na yung nangyari." And that's actually also what happened to me. And I don't know if it's a sign of growth or maturity or the fact that we just do not even have the mental load or capacity to even add on to the stress that we already deal with on a daily basis. And I'm trying to remember, what did I tell her that happened to me where something didn't go my way? It'll come to me as I keep talking. So I'll put that on pause right now. But I will say that there are two things that stood out to me that I was pretty upset about. But I was like, you know what? I can choose to let this ruin my day, or I can just take it in stride and keep on chugging on and not let it ruin the remaining part of the day, right? So one was that all week, some of my closest friends know this, all week I was really, 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 really looking forward to fostering a puppy. And one of my friends had been talking to me about fostering this puppy because we want to be able to find them homes, forever homes. And I was hoping that, okay, in the meantime, I'll take some puppies off your hands. But then when I got back from Japan, they were all swept up already, and then there were no puppies left anymore. And I was really sad because that was something I had been looking forward to all week. And I could have let that ruin my day and be upset, but on the other side, I thought, well, you know what? Actually, it's a good thing, because the whole point of fostering the puppy anyway was to be able to find them a forever home. And the fact that they already found homes, it means the job is already done, and that, they didn't need me anymore. And it's sad because I was really looking forward to spoiling this really cute furball, but maybe that just wasn't the situation, that wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. And when the time comes that I will be ready to either have a puppy of my own or have another opportunity to foster another puppy for my friend, then I'll be very willing and excited to do that. So that didn't go my way this week, and you know what? Sometimes things don't go your way, and that's okay. Another thing that happened, I know I remember I said at the start of the episode that I'm going to try to keep this positive, and we're going to get there. I'm just trying to paint a picture here of what you guys see online isn't always what's happening behind the scenes, or sometimes there are some real life situations and adulting things that are boring that you're not going to see. But sometimes I feel like it's a good reminder that we all have things that we deal with. For example, I also realized that on top of all the deadlines and everything I had going on this week, when I was going to wash my hands in the sink, ay, biglang, girl, may tulo yung gripo. hindi chic, hindi nakaka-fab. Okay? Pero anong gagawin natin? Andiyan na yung tulo, right? So, kung kakagalit ko pa, edi doble pa ako natalo. Nagalit na ako, nasira na yung araw ko, at hindi pa rin mawawala yung tulo. So I was like, okay, problem solving mode on. Immediately, within the next few minutes, I said, okay, we're going to call engineering. We're going to call whoever, whatever plumber we need to fix this. What apparatus or what tools does Kuya need? Okay, let's find those tools and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen within the day, okay? So, on top of everything else that I had going on, isa pa yun na kinailangan kong ayusin this week. So, kung tinitignan nyo yung IG ko at nakikita nyo na, wow naman, ang saya, nasa Nagoya siya, or wow naman, which is also totoo, okay? I'm just saying, both things can coexist at the same time. Hindi lang porket isa lang yung nakikita nyo, walang tulo sa bahay. So, next time, pag may nakita kayo, kunwari lang, may nakita kayo na nakaka-trigger. Baka isipin nyo lang, kung makatulong lang naman, right? You don't have to. But kung makatulong, baka isipin nyo, okay, pwedeng ganun, pero pwede ring may tulong yung bahay niya. 'Di ba? Kasi nangyari siya sa akin today. And naayos naman natin. Pero I'm just saying na, yun yung mga things na hindi mo naman usually makikita on Instagram. Pero nangyayari din talaga naman sila. The point of what I'm trying to say is that life happens sometimes, and doesn't it just feel lighter to roll with the punches? Kumbaga, 'di ba, meron tayong saying in Tagalog na kapag may sakit, parang, oh, malayo naman sa bituka yan. It might not be the right metaphor, pero kung malayo naman sa bituka yung problema, in the term, if the bituka is life, ang labo ng metaphor. But if the bituka is life, and malayo naman siya sa bituka, okay, then let's just take it with a grain of salt and keep on chugging on, 'di ba? But guys, maybe you'll ask me on a week where I'm PMSing, I might have a completely different answer. But right now, I'm trying to maybe help you guys out that if maybe you get the wrong order, if you ordered Coke and then they gave you Sprite, edi sabihin na lang natin, ay, hi buhay nga naman. Actually, that's something me and my friends always joke about sometimes. We use that phrase na when things don't go our way, we just kind of look at each other and laugh, and then we just go, ay buhay nga naman. So when life is lifing, and if you get a Sprite and you ordered a Coke, ganun talaga minsan, guys. Sige na lang. Okay, now I want to switch gears and talk about something that resonated with me this week, and a few of you guys have been DMing me about your situationships. Actually, guys, let me know if you want me to talk about situationships on one of the future episodes, because I feel like it's such an interesting concept that really only started becoming more popular or came to fruition in the last few years. And if you guys have any guest in mind who you think would be a situationship expert, perhaps, I don't even know if someone can have an expertise in that field, but if you guys can think of anyone, let me know in the comment section so that we can try and get them on board. But if we can't find anyone, you guys are a great focus group to ask too. So if you guys are in situationships, let me know what your thoughts are, and maybe we can do a whole episode on it. But I will say, a lot of you guys have been DMing about your situationships. One thing I will say is I really love having this platform where you guys are able to share your stories with me, because as I mentioned in the start and the very first episode, by the way, if you guys have not listened to that, please do give it a listen, that yes, we may be flying solo in this flight called life, but seeing all of your guys' DMs is just further proof to me that we are all going through so many similar situations, and sometimes we are just completely unaware of it because we either don't have friends who are in the same situation, or our immediate circles don't have similar situations at the moment. But let me take my word for it, guys. A lot of you guys DM me with very similar situations. So I want to talk about a reel that I posted the other day, because a lot of you guys have been asking me about these guys that you guys are dating and that are giving you guys a headache, if, for a lack of a better term. But a lot of you guys are namroblema sa mga lalaki. And I'm not laughing in the sense that I'm laughing at you. I'm just laughing because I've been there and I hate that feeling. And I want to remind you guys that there was this reel that I saw, and he mentions that love is a form of consideration, or I think something along the lines of the highest form of love is consideration. And it was a reel posted by this account called Leno Snaps. If you guys want to check them out, he has some really cool videos. And again, he said the highest form of love is consideration. And he goes on to explain that further. But my takeaway and my understanding of that little video that he posted was that you can really tell about how much a person cares about you by how they act towards you and how they consider you in those actions. Meaning, do they consider you and your feelings in the decisions they are making? And I think that holds true not only with guys that you guys are dating, but also with your friends as well, and in other relationships, even familial relationships. I think you know that someone cares about you when they think about how their actions and their decisions will have an effect on your situation or how it'll make you feel. And the reason I'm sharing that on the pod today is because I think it's a great reminder, not just for you guys, but for me as well. I know a lot of us are out here in the world flying solo. And guys, I will admit, I understand it is rough. It's rough out there, and there are a lot of red flags to be dodging. But I think a great barometer to check about whether or not someone cares about you truly is to check their actions and not their words. I say this so often, but I really want to get it across, you guys. I know sometimes we get caught up in life and we forget things, and I forget things sometimes too. So I think it's a great reminder for me as well that really pay attention to people's actions towards you rather than what they say, because a lot of you guys are texting me or DMing me saying that, you know, these guys are texting you that, oh, they want to do this and they want to do that. But for example, if a guy keeps texting you saying, oh, I want to take you out on a date, but then doesn't actually invite you to go on that date, then it's just air. It's just words coming out of his mouth. And what do you hold on to? Like, what does that do for you? Holding on to those words isn't going to make you feel any better. And the whole point of this is I want you guys to free yourself of that frustration that you have, clearly, because you guys are all DMing and messaging in, and clearly you're frustrated in these situations. It may be dating situations, it may also be friendship situations, but clearly there's a frustration there, and it really is so freeing to free yourself of expectations based off of people's words, because at the end of the day, okay, words are, yes, they are very powerful, and I do believe that they hold great power, especially when it comes to manifestation, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is that if someone's words and actions are not aligning, and now it is coming to a point where it is affecting you, your well-being, your mental state, and you are clearly becoming frustrated over someone else's actions, I think it would help you in that frustration to then just accept the situation and accept their actions as what it is. That way you free yourself of that frustration. And I get it's easier said than done. But if someone's actions is clearly upsetting you, then I think you can, one, just accept that it is what it is and move on. Or if you really want to try and make an effort, then you can communicate and be like, look, what you're doing is frustrating me. And that way you can then see, because now at this point, you're not just leaving the ball in their court. You are clearly telling them that, okay, this is upsetting me, or I am unclear and I don't like the situation. Now it is up to them. And then once you've thrown the ball in their court and you've told them that, okay, that doesn't sit well with me, or that makes me feel bad, or that makes me sad when you do that. Now, if they continue to do it, then there's your answer, right? Like now there's no guessing. Now you know, because you've clearly stated that, okay, I'm frustrated about the situation. So at that point, you've done everything you can do, and the rest is out of your hands. And I hope that'll help you guys in your situations, because a lot of you guys are sending a lot of the same or similar situations. And I think that reel is a great reminder that check to see how people's actions are considering you, and if they are considering you in their decisions, and how their decisions will make you feel. So I hope that helps you guys to feel a little bit better. In the next solo episode, I will go back to reading another one of your guys's situations, and then we can dissect it together. And I want to hear what you guys also have to say, and let me know in the comment section too. That being said, I also want to say that I just came from another event where it was about celebrating women and women's achievements, and I was in a room full of so many women I look up to in various different industries, and it is so empowering to be in a room of people, and especially women, who are uplifting each other. And I really love how this is quickly becoming more of a norm nowadays between women. I understand that we still have a long ways to go, but considering how women were pitted against each other just a few years ago, and now to be in a room full of all these women who are uplifting each other and celebrating each other's achievements, and also pushing each other forward, I think is just such a beautiful thing. And from that experience, I kind of want to give a few examples of how we can kind of help each other, lift each other up. One example that I noticed a lot of these women do, and I love and I want to do more of, is to speak highly of other women who are doing great things in different industries in rooms that they are not in. And an example of that is, if you know your friend is, I don't know, let's say a passionate singer, and you are somehow in a room full of music producers, maybe just be like, oh my God, you know what? My friend is a great singer, and I think she would sound great on that track. Or you should actually meet my friend. She's such a great singer, and I think you would love to work with her. And that way, even if she's not in the room, you are still shining a light on her, and you are still giving her an opportunity that she otherwise may not have had. Another example that costs absolutely nothing, which I love repeating over and over again, is to give tuloy. My gosh, nabarok na ako. Is to give each other our flowers when you feel like they deserve it, because it costs you absolutely nothing. But sometimes you don't know what negative self-talk your girlfriends are going through, or perhaps your coworkers, and maybe it's just a sentence or two that could brighten up their day and give them a little bit of that ego boost to believe in themselves a little bit more. You could just be like, hey girl, I really like the way you gave that presentation. Or, I think it's great how confident you are when you took that phone call. Or, I really like that idea you had when you pitched at that meeting. Little things like that, just like words of affirmation that cost absolutely nothing, and I'm sure you would also love to receive. Wouldn't you like to hear someone say, hey, great job in there. Like, you actually killed that. You did a great job. That being said, a lot of you guys are sending me so many of your achievements via emails or Instagram DMs, and I love seeing you guys grow and flourish and go for your dreams and achieving it. So many of you guys are moving to different countries, taking those courses that you want, starting a new life with your family abroad, maybe getting that dream job that you always wanted. Or a lot of you guys were students, and then you email me saying that you finally graduated, and that watching my vlogs or listening to my podcasts help you through the times where you had to go through exams or whatever it is. So if no one has told you yet, allow me to be that voice and to give you your flowers. Guys, I am so proud of everything you guys are doing. I know you guys are listening to this on a Monday, and perhaps you have a rough week ahead with work or with life. I get it. Life happens. Sometimes it gets rough. But I am so proud of you guys, and I am so thankful. You guys have no idea how much you guys mean to me and how much you guys brighten my day. So I hope that you know and that you understand that just by listening to this episode, you are making my day, and I really hope that I can give a little of that back to you guys. I love our community. I'm so proud of you guys. I see all of your DMs. I see all of your guys' hard work. I get it. So kapit lang, we are all in this together. We are all on this solo flight together. I am so proud of you guys. I love you guys so much. If you guys have any other suggestions, comments, reactions, let me know in the comments section. Please do give this show a review when you can. And if you do like any episodes, please do share them with your friends. It would mean so much to me. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.